row the boat, off we go.
Okay, so let me just move that out of the way. So, hi everybody, welcome to step two training, starting your business today. Um, we have two series. We have step one and step two. So, step two is about how to start your business and how to earn some serious income. So, next slide. Okay, just go on to there, Jackie.
Okay, so this training is going to be about the rewards and the income opportunity. It's going to be how to invite and recruit people, and it's also your role as a sponsor.
Cool.
So we'll start off with the rewards and income.
Okay. So when you invite other people to build a business, okay, Uh, Oriflame kind of offers you a unique opportunity. Okay, you have two kind of folds. One is that you can sell the products and make money, and the other one is that you can offer the income opportunity. Okay, and by doing that, you get the freedom and the flexibility within your lifestyle. Now, I've been doing Oriflame for a while, and for me personally, it's given me the freedom and flexibility of not being able to, or should I say, staying at home dad, if you like. I used to work in the restaurants, working late nights, early mornings, never saw my kids. And it's given me the flexibility that I can pick up my kids from school. I can go to their plays. I can go into their after school. I can help them with their homework. It's just given me that kind of that flexibility of, you know, compared to a nine
On
to
my
five.
phone. Right, you won't leave a message in your phone.
Hold on a second. Sorry about that.
Okay, who was that?
I don't
Oh,
know.
okay,
Okay, sorry about
okay.
that. And to personal development, I've grown personally at personal development. You know, I've learned so many different things. I used to be really, really scared of standing up in front of a stage and talking to people and finding out new things. So for me, it's kind of helped me loads in my own personal development. And also, I've got to meet some really kind of exciting people. Um, you know, at conferences, at events, and you know, it's really cool to kind of meet somebody that sometimes you just talk to them on the phone and then you meet them face to face and you just have such a buzz. And I don't know about you, Jackie, but I've traveled around the world with Oriflame. I'm sure you.
Oh my God, I've been everywhere.
Yeah,
Kenya, Canada. Oh my God, all the most amazing, amazing Caribbean cruises, amazing places all over the world. I could actually fill a diary with all the wonderful experiences I've had on my trips.
yeah, definitely. It's cool. So we're going to show you a little bit about how you can build your business today.
Okay. So, what is your goal? Well, you might not even have a goal yet, or you might not be aware of one, but it's really quite good to have a goal of what you might want. You know, do you want to buy something? Do you want to go on holiday? Do you want to move house? It's quite good to think about what you'd like to do in your life, because actually if you think about what you want to do, you've got a good chance of doing it. If you haven't got a goal and you're just floating along, then that's what you're going to do all the time. So commit yourself to reaching your goal by setting a personal deadline. That's really good as well. But you have to make sure that when you do your goal, that it's the first one is it needs to be specific. You know, you might want to raise money, or you might want to buy a car. It's quite good to think, how much money do you need to set a specific goal. Then it needs to be measurable, so you can actually measure how you're doing. And it also has to be achievable, like not a silly goal where there's no way that you're ever going to do it. It has to be achievable. And R, there's this word called SMART, and R, I couldn't think what the R was, Mike. Can you?
Yeah,
R.
yeah, it's realistic.
It's probably similar to
Yeah,
specific and achievable then. Realistic.
yeah,
And the last one is time, T. So it's SMART. Remember SMART. It needs to be specific, measurable, achievable, realistic, and do yourself a time deadline. But always share with your upline. We're here to help you. We will help you reach that goal and reach that what you want to achieve. But stay motivated by reminding yourself of your goal, because sometimes, when you do a goal, it can be long term, and then you do a shorter term one. things work out fab and they couldn't be better, but sometimes things don't work out and you think, oh my God, you know, I'm never going to do this, or look what's gone wrong now. That's life. So we all have that too. So just, you know, talk to your upline. They will help you do your goal.
Can I just say, Jackie, I know that a lot of people don't know your story, but you started Oriflame, and your short-term goal, as we call it, was to buy a pair of curtains. Am I right? And
It was. Everybody knows it. A lot of the existing people know it, don't they, Mike? I wanted a pair of curtains, and then I wanted some contact lenses.
Yeah.
And I only joined to do a little bit of part-time selling, definitely. And then the third thing I wanted was this red leather sofa. Well, of course, the things I wanted, Mike, they got bigger and bigger, didn't they?
Yeah.
And then I wanted to move house. And I promise you guys, you know, that's been my aim all the way through. I started off wanting these things, small things first, and that's what my life has been in the whole of Oriflame, and it's just amazing. So you know, start with your goal. What do you want, and set yourself that goal and set yourself that time
Yeah.
and a deadline.
Cool. And to help you, Oriflame have got a thing called the dream board. Okay, so if it's a new car, if it's a new house, if it's simple things, I know there's people out there that want a new mobile phone. Oriflame have got a dream board that you can go onto their website. Okay, have a search for it, dream boards, and you can make a picture, okay, of your dreams. You can print that out, put it on your fridge, and it kind of reminds you of things why we're doing this business, okay, and gives you that oomph. My goal at the moment is I want to go on holiday. I want to go to the conference, the Gold Conference next year. That's my goal. That's
on the boat, yeah,
on
on the
the
ship,
boat.
yeah, on the ship, yeah,
That's
the boat,
that's
on
what's
the
on
boat,
my
yeah.
fridge. That's what I'm looking to go for. That's my
Cool, cool.
okay.
Yeah, and you know something, Mike, I mean, just go back a bit. The thing that's so exciting about the Oriflame business and setting these goals and challenges is, you know, you are responsible, and it's your own destiny. You know, you can choose what you want to do and how you want to do it. You know, it's just so exciting. That's what I've always found so exciting with Oriflame, is this thing about getting what I need to get,
Yeah,
and being able to do that. That's what's so exciting.
definitely.
Okay.
So here we're going to talk about the income opportunity, the difference between immediate discount and commission. Okay, so immediate discount and commission. So immediate discount is that when you start with Oriflame, you can retail the products and you can sell them and you can get immediate discount. Okay, so an example in there, we're talking about the Novage Ecologen cream. Okay, the catalogue price is 23 quid. Because you're a consultant, you can have it for 18. Your immediate saving or your immediate profit is £5. So that is your immediate discount. Okay, Jackie, let me.
Oh, sorry. Okay, so that was taken off just 20%. And then as you can see here, number two, the first customer, that is actually buying the whole pack at £69. And for that one, you still get 20%, which is just £14. But if you look at four customers buying a pack each, you would actually make £83 because you're now on 30%, and you would actually it's £194, I think, whatever. No, it's more than that, isn't it? If it's £69 times 4, what's that, 280 quid you've sold, and you actually would make £83 on that one. So you can see how much it goes up the more you sell.
Okay, so that's immediate profit. Okay, so here we could, like a quick example, if you place 4 orders during the catalogue period, okay, as Jackie said, that you'll get 30% discount. All right, so as long as your orders are over 100 business points, you'll get 30% discount. So you place 4 orders, one for 45, one for 20, one for 35, and one for 50. Over that, that's 150 BP. Okay, you'll get 30% discount. Okay, £194.
So yeah, it actually comes to £194, doesn't it? Less you 30%.
Yeah. Yeah.
So you actually, yeah.
Okay, so you actually make 58 quid on that. Okay, so that's selling. Okay, so you can sell the products what you actually make. Okay, now we're going to talk a little bit about commission levels, and I'm going to pass that over to Jackie.
Okay, so this just gives you a quick look at a glance at the different positions that we have, and a little bit about how much you can earn. But I think first of all, you've got your group manager, which I think really is just a very, very beginning role. It's not much money because after all, you're not going to be selling much. But the first level for me that's good is a district manager, and you can do that very part-time, and that is for fabulous commission levels. As you can see, you get 9% on direct people, first direct people look. You get 5% on indirect recruits, infinitely. On your personal orders, you get 5%, yeah? And as a manager, you get 6% when you promote a manager out. But when you become a district manager, you have 4.5% extra on the lot. So you're now getting 13.5% on first line people, 9.5% on second line people. Personal orders, you get 9.5% now extra. Direct groups, you get 10.5%. So every manager that you promote, you get 10.5%, and that's the first step, I think, where the money is good. And that's
Definitely.
every 3 weeks. So you'll be earning about £500, £600 every 3 weeks for a part-time income. And really, anybody that gets to group manager, it should only be a position for a short time, because if it should be on your way up to get to district. Don't sit there at group manager for a while, because the money's small, because you're only selling small. Use it and get to district level. But then it goes up to regional manager with a company car, and it just goes on and on and on.
Okay, so this is an example as a group manager. Okay, so if you sell 150 BP, okay, and you get 6 other people to do exactly the same, you are a group manager. Okay, so effectively, okay. I'm just going to go back to that slide. Okay, so as you can see, as Jackie was quickly going through, you sell 150 BP, you've got 6 people that sell 150 BP. Okay, you make an extra 5% on your personal sales, because as a group manager, you now get 35%. Sorry, you get 30% on your products and an extra 5% on commission. Okay, on all the people that you recruit direct to you, you make 9%. Okay, so your total kind of money that you're looking that you can earn with your commission and your sales is £138.90. Okay, as Jackie
But like you say, it's small because after all, you're only selling 1,000 between 5 people. It's nothing really.
Okay, all right. So that's
okay.
a quick look at group manager. All right. And this is where the money is, and this is Jackie will kind of recap. This is definitely where the money is.
Yeah, because you're going to get your 9.5% on your personal sales. You earn 13.5%. Look, on direct recruits, you're going to earn on managers. You're going to earn 10.5%. So you earn £302 off your managers, which is awesome. An immediate discount. So you're going to earn £426 just commission, with £58 on your own personal sales. You're still selling 150 BP, so you're now making 484 quid, and that's every 3 weeks. So that's really, I think that's nice little income. 500 quid every 3 weeks, bring it on. And what you have to do is you carry on as a group, and then you start really promoting, selling people the advantage of earning 500 quid. They could become district managers too, and people will start on their steps of becoming managers, as you can see. Look, so really, that's the level I think everybody should go for as soon as possible.
Definitely. Okay, so as we talked about the difference between selling, so if you just do a little bit of selling, okay, you will get £58 roughly. Okay, that's how much you will earn. Okay, just by selling. But if you start sponsoring people and building yourself a network, okay, as a district manager, you'll make 484 quid. Okay, and more. All right.
Because really, Mike, there's only so much that you can sell personally.
Yeah.
You can only, there's a limit to how much you can do. Whereas when you recruit people, they're all going to sell. It's like you're opening a little network, aren't you, of little people that are selling. And the money you can earn is phenomenal. There is a limit what you can do yourself. And also think of like hairdressers, central heating guys. They're a one-man band, and if they break a leg or something, my God, they've lost their business.
That's right.
Whereas with us, you are building a little empire of people that are out there selling, and you're the one who's promoting it all and driving that business. So you have your money back on that one. So yeah,
And
okay,
and also if you go on holiday, you don't have to worry about if you take a 2 week holiday. You go away, you come back, you still got your people working because people go
yeah.
on holiday at different times. So I would say if you're kind of really looking at this, looking at an income opportunity, look at this. This is building a business is the way forward. Selling is great and it's fantastic and it gives you a little bit of pocket money, but if you want some serious income, look at district manager and above. Okay. Um,
Okay, well, are you going to do this one? This is little success stories, isn't it, Mike? A bit like that. They started off. Somebody wanted a mobile phone, and they just wanted financial independence, and they ended up being just huge, part of the Diamond Team International. And this Vladimir here as well. He's in Russia, and again, they all wanted quite small things, like we all do. We're all human, and the business grew. And my God, it's just phenomenal. This is just 4 people, and we've told you about Mike's story and about my story. How we wanted little things and stepping stones of what we wanted. It's like that for everybody. So start thinking about what do you want, and start your business with Oriflame.
Can I just say, Jackie, these 4 people are millionaires. Okay.
Yeah,
And all they
yeah,
do is sell Oriflame and recruit people into their business. They have massive, massive teams. Okay. And all they did is started like me and you, Jackie, and they just kept on building.
yeah,
So,
yeah, absolutely.
that's how it works. So next step that we go into is inviting and recruiting people. So those are the rewards that you can get at the moment. Okay. So there's kind of 3 steps to recruiting. First of all, we need to find the people. Then we need to invite them to a meeting, and then we need to run the meetings. Okay, so the next step is finding meetings for Jackie.
Okay. Well, the first thing really is the name bank, isn't it? And thinking about everybody that you know. And when I start anybody off in Oriflame, I always say, think of everybody you know on the Facebook, address book, Christmas cards. Don't prejudge anybody. Let's just write everybody's name down that we know. Also, who do we know that they know? Like your mom. Who do you know that your mom knows? Or sister, do you know any of your sister's mates? Where do they work? Be genuinely interested in people, and you'll find where they work, what they do, and it's just amazing where you'll be able to network your business through these people. Everybody that we know networks. If your car breaks down, you go to the pub, don't you, and you start saying to everybody, oh, God, who do you know? Does anybody mend cars? Or if your heating's broken, do you know anybody that does heating? We all like our mates to give us the name of somebody to help us. And that's exactly what your name bank is, guys. So really work on that bank. Think of everybody, your inner circle, everybody that you know, and also then who they know. So you get the outer circle, and mainly as well, where do they work, what do they do, and how you can actually do different events at some of these places. So don't cut time on that name bank. That is crucial.
Yeah,
I think you should have at least 80 to 100 on that name bank for day one. Really work at helping people with getting that many.
yeah,
Something, Mike? If you don't do a name bank, Mike,
yeah.
do you know how many people think they know? And it's the same all the time. They think they know about 8 people. They just, that's all they show the catalogue to, about 4 or 5 people, and they think that's it. So it's so important to think of everybody that you know.
Yeah, so when you're kind of doing your name bank, all right, the name bank goes on to 2 processes. Okay, the first process is who are my customers, okay, for my name bank, and the second one is who on my name bank, yeah, would like an additional income. Yeah, so that's the purpose of the name bank, is to find the 2, it's to find who would want to look at my catalogue. Well, it actually has 3 purposes. Who would like to look at my catalogue? Who would like to have a skincare party? And who do I think that needs or is looking for additional income? So your name bank is so important. Just imagine this: you've just started your new business, okay, and you need customers. What do? What is your first point of call? You tell all your mates.
You ring your mates, don't you? Yeah, of course you do. Yeah.
You ring all your mates up and say, "I've just started my new business." You know, it's exactly the same thing as doing a name bank. We've just started a new business, or I've just got into this. I'm going to ring up my mates and tell them. Yeah, so that's how it
Mike, I want to tell you a story here quickly.
yeah.
I was doing a little startup on a girl a few years back actually, and she was just off to an interview to do in an office, and she said, "Oh, I've got about 3/4 of an hour." So off we went. I was telling her all about it, and you know what she did, Mike? She said, "You know something? I'm not going to go for the interview."
Yeah.
And she got about 70 or 80 people on the list that we did together, and she rang every one of those people.
Yeah.
And said, hey guys, I'll just tell you about this. I've started this new thing. It's really exciting. I'd love to tell it to you because it could be just what you're looking for. And it was 3 weeks before Christmas, Mike. I remember it really well. And guess how many new starts my person had 2 weeks later, which was now a week on Christmas? How many do you reckon?
3?
No, 20. She had 20 out of those people she rang. 20 people started and did first orders. So wasn't that tremendous, Mike?
Wow.
And it was a week before Christmas.
Wow.
And she just did that little phone call. Oh my God, I got to tell you all about it. It's so exciting. It's just what you'd be just perfect.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's all the little call was.
Do you know what? I've been doing Oriflame for so many years, okay? Annette's sitting here next to me, yeah? And if I ask her how many people is in her name bank, all right, she'll blow your socks off because that's all we do. Me and Annette, we sit down once a week and what we do is we network our name bank. We really spend some time on our name bank because those are our customers and those are our future consultants. And we make those calls. So don't kind of just dismiss it that the name bank, she's going on about the name bank again.
Yeah, it's that bloody name bank again. Boring. It's so crucial. And that girl of mine, Mike, she went on to be a regional manager very, very quickly. And it all was from a fantastic start. And her expectations were always then high. She had 20 new people in her group within 2 weeks of starting.
Wow.
And that was just by phoning people up on their name. It wasn't internet recruiting. We didn't do that then. It was just calling people that you know.
I remember one lady that you started, okay, and she inspired me. Her name was Abby Mbola, I think her name was.
Yeah.
She started with a name bank, and she inspired me with the name bank, and she just said, I started calling people, and people started calling people, and our business just exploded. And I think she became a regional manager in January.
Yeah, she was, again, very, very quick. It's all about how much enthusiasm and excitement you've got and share it with people. She came to a meeting and went back and just blew the socks off everything. Abby did as well.
Definitely.
So, definitely. So get excited, guys. So referrals, I love referrals. So when you're speaking to somebody, this one here, look, it gives an example. I have a fabulous proposal for you. My manager would like to organise a beauty session on how to create modern skincare. I would be saying skincare at the moment. She said makeup look for students at your university, and I'd like to collect a group of 5 to 10 people. Could you recommend some people that would be interested? So people do, your mates and that, they do like and will help you. Do you know anyone that'd be interested in earning additional income? There's a fabulous offer on at the moment where people can earn some fab money. The other thing I sometimes get the girls to say or the guys to say is, I've got a promotion. My role is to build this area, and I've got some fantastic offers. Do you know anybody that would like to earn some extra money? And I love referrals. They are just super. Who amongst your friends and people would like to buy Swedish beauty products? I think that's a really, really good one because it just is such a fantastic high-end product. The cost is Boots and Avon prices, but the quality is really, really high-end. The Clarins, the Elizabeth Arden. It will equal the quality and is even better than some of these products. So who do you know that would like these sort of fantastic products at affordable prices, same price as Avon and Boots? and also receive a professional consultation on how to use them. You know, be proud of what you've got to offer. So, who wouldn't?
So when you go into your name bank, ask for referrals. Okay, so
Yeah.
ask these questions, to your people on your name bank. You'd be surprised because that's how you build your name bank. That's how you get more people interested. Okay, so ask for referrals. It works.
Yeah.
And
Whether even, sorry, go on, Mike.
I know you, Jackie. You love referrals, and
I love them.
I've seen businesses grow underneath you, and all you've done is just use referrals. And so I know
Yes.
it works. I've seen it with my eyes.
Explosion. Yeah. Explosion. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, even customers that just buy stuff from you, say, who do you know? Look, I need people that want to earn some extra money. And they just start giving you names and phone numbers. They just want to please you and help you. It's just fantastic.
Yeah. So, referrals is a fantastic way of really kind of getting your business out there. Okay. So online, for those people, I'm not going to go into how to find prospects through social media and all that kind of stuff. I've created a video for you. It's about half an hour, 40 minutes. I think it's fab. It's really, really easy to follow. So if you want to find prospects through social media online, go and find my video. Jackie will send you a link if you haven't got the link. And if you're in my team,
I will. Yeah, I've got it. Yeah, yeah.
and if you're in my team, it's up on my wall. Okay, if you want the link, just message me and I'll send it to you. Okay, it's about half an hour, 40 minutes where I go a little bit in depth about how to find leads using social media and actually online. Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Other prospecting methods, cold contacts.
Yeah, well, there are so many, aren't there, Mike? So many.
Yeah.
Oh, there are so many different methods. Let me just go through a few. Well, you can do events at schools. You can do events to help with charities and help raise money. You can do events in hospitals to help raise to their chosen fund. You can do shopping malls. They are really superb, but they are a little bit costly, where you have a table and roller banners and display and you talk to the public. Love it. I love that way of recruiting. It is, as I say, it is a little bit costly. Door to door, but I think door to door, I'll be knocking the door and say, oh, can you help me? I'm looking for people in this area that we want to earn some extra money. Do you know anybody that likes that? I might even say, have a catalogue with me and say, actually, it's showing this catalogue to different people. Do you know anybody that likes beauty or makeup or just wants to earn money? I like door to door as well.
Jackie, do you know what I did on Sunday?
What did you do?
Well, I wanted to go out. Okay, I was getting cabin fever, and I said to my daughters, "Come on, let's go out." Okay, so we got in the car, and I said, "Oh, look, there's a car boot sale over there," and I went to the car boot sale.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and I always have business cards on me, so I went round and I started talking to all the people selling stuff, so the stall holders, if you like, and asked them. So I've got a couple of
Yeah.
leads there to follow up on because I had a few people that were quite interested.
Cool. Super. Well, another one I love, I like going to shops, Mike, with the cards that we can get from Printwell, the different the recruiting cards.
Yeah.
And I go to the takeaway, the Chinese shop, the chip shop, the hairdressers, and I just go in the shop, or little jeweler shop, any sort of shop, and say, actually, can I leave this card here? Or can I put it on your window or anything? Because I'm looking for people that would like to earn some extra money. Do you know anybody?
Yeah.
And you know something? You can end up recruiting the person that runs the shop because they say, well, what's it about? What's it about? Tell me what it's about.
I've done that before.
Yeah, and they want to have a go. So really, I do like going to shops, Chinese takeaways, and all. What's that? Where there's off licenses, anywhere like that. Go and talk to people. I'm not on about the post office where you have to pay to put in the window. To be honest, I think it's just a reason to talk to people, actually. And again, it's offering the opportunity because they say my sister might be interested. Tell me what it's about. And you know something, Mike, guess what? They decide to do it themselves. I mean, who wouldn't? Another nice one is nail technicians. If you see anybody advertising they want to do nails, do you need your nails done? Well, call them up and say, actually, I don't really need my nails doing, but I've got an opportunity to offer you alongside, while you're doing your nails. So I think really there are so many different ways of prospecting methods. There are so many, and it's good to do a mixture because that way then you have local people, You have where you can train them and you get feedback. I mean, I love the local team, Mike, as well as the distant recruiting. It's really cool to have a local group.
Definitely, it's good to have local as well as online. You know, it's good. It
Yeah,
just it creates, because I split my business up, Jackie, on online and local, because I find that's great,
yeah,
because I get the buzz from people that are locally from me, and I also get the buzz from people that are far away from me. And another way is video distribution. Okay, and that means Oriflame produced all these fantastic videos about the Oriflame opportunity. Have you got emails of people that you know? Why don't you email them with the link and ask them what they think? That's an easy way, and then follow up. That's an easy way how
yeah,
to do
yeah.
video distribution. Or, you know, put the video on a DVD or on a stick and send it to a friend and ask them what they thought. You know, that's a different way. So that's what you can do. There's loads, as Jackie said, there's loads and loads of ways that you can prospect. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
So the next step is inviting people to the meeting. So people said, yes, I want to know more. So what do we do next? Okay. So we quickly go through. So someone is said, yes, I'm interested, and you take their details, and this is what we do. We can say, hi, Alex, this is Mike calling. Yeah. Do you have a moment? Check if the call's convenient. Okay. It would only take 2 minutes. I'm a bit short of time. So you're basically outlining the conversation when you're talking to people. Okay? Compliment the person that you're inviting. I've known you for a long time, and you seem to be just the kind of person who would be successful in building your own business. So this is when you're talking to people on your name bank, or, you know, that kind of stuff. Connect the call with business. When I received an invitation to a meeting from my friend, an Oriflame leader who's very successful today, I thought about you. Okay. At the end, give 2 options for the meeting: date, time. Okay. Choice without choice. Okay. The next meetings are on Monday at 6 o'clock and on Wednesday at 5 o'clock. Which would suit you better? Okay. So you see how that works now? You're giving them 2 choices. Which one would you want? Which one? Okay. I'll come by and pick you up. Let's get together. Okay, so this is a bit of a role play that you can do, and you can have a look at on how you would invite somebody to come to a meeting, to an Oriflame opportunity meeting. Okay, and it doesn't necessarily need to be that I'm going to take you to the leaders meeting. It could be, or when's a great time that me and you can get together with a coffee. You know.
Mm, mm. But you know, Mike, can you just go back a minute?
Yeah.
Because actually, what's really good as well, you know, this is what this girl did, I'm talking to you about, you've got 20 people out of about 60 people, 60, 70 people on her list. I really, be genuinely interested. I really thought of you. And the other thing, don't waffle on about how are the kids, how's this, what's it like at work, all that waffle first, and then bring in what you really rang them for, because then they know, well, she only rang me because of that, you know? So go right in right away and say, oh my God, I just had to phone you. I had to tell you about this. Da, 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 da. Yeah?
Yep.
And when you finish the conversation, you then say, oh, sorry, I forgot to say, how are the kids? Is everybody okay? You know, but go in right at the top with the excitement. Don't go in and mention it later, because that is just bad news. Okay.
Okay.
That's that one.
Sorry.
The next bit is other phrases for invitations. Compliment the person you're inviting. I've just joined Oriflame, and fantastic product, lots of fun, and I thought it might be something for you. You know, why don't you come along with me, and we'll find out more about it. Just see the whole range, the fantastic product display. You know, I'd love you to come. Be genuinely, you know, be genuine. I would really love you to come. And connect the call with business. You know, Oriflame is looking for someone like you to show catalogs to the friends and earn extra money. My God, you know, you're so dynamic. You can sell anything. You know, again, give a compliment where you feel, you know, you might say you always look the part, or my God, you could sell, what is it, nose to Eskimo or something like that. But, you know, another thing, you are my best friend. When I was told about Oriflame, I thought this might be interesting for you. Oriflame offers a great opportunity and a fantastic business building. Come along with me and let's see what it's about.
Yeah.
It really is good fun when you do join Oriflame and a mate joins it as well. It's nice. And the other thing you can say is you seem to be just the kind of person who would be successful at earning money by representing Oriflame. Come along and have a listen, because my God, you really can earn some fab money alongside other jobs.
Yeah.
So, other commitments. So there's some more phrases for you.
Okay, so it might be an invitation to a beauty meeting. Yeah, say, hi, Jenny, nice to meet you. Okay, or hi, Jenny, listen, we're going to have a beauty meeting, Do you sorry, put my teeth back in. Hi, Jenny, nice to meet you. Or if you know that person, hi, Jenny, do you have a moment? It'll take a couple of minutes, a bit short of time, yeah? You told me that you were once interested in buying quality beauty products, or you like beauty products. Oh, I know you like beauty products, that kind of thing. Yeah.
Actually, we all know friends, don't we, Mike, that would fit into that category, and other friends would fit into another category.
Yeah.
Just think about the people.
Yeah, that's right. I'd like to invite you to a beauty event for consumers and consultants. Yeah. Where you'll be able to test the Oriflame products and choose the ones that are best suited for you and your family. Okay. And then same again, give them a couple of options, next meeting such and such, or Wednesday such and such, what's the best time for you. Okay. And you can say, to make sure they come, I'll come by and pick you up. Let's go together,
Yeah.
Want to add anything there, Jackie?
Well, I just think, I'd be saying something like, oh, I'd love you to try the range. I know that you love quality products. I'd love you to try, have a complete facial. Come along, we'll have some fun. I really would value your opinion. And get people to come along, because sometimes people come along really and they've no idea what they're going for, to be honest. They're just coming because you said, oh, come, and they end up loving it and joining, and all sorts of things can happen.
Definitely.
But it's you that's going to create the want and get people to come to things. Yeah. Compliment the person you're inviting. When was the last time you visited a beauty salon? This is what I was saying, isn't it? You have the opportunity to enjoy a luxury facial. I've just had one and my skin glows and it just feels so gorgeous. I'm feeling great. I'd love to invite you. Come along and, come and have a treatment. It's just really gorgeous. Connect with the products and focus. Now, I didn't know that slide was there, Mike. I'd forgotten, and I'd already said that, hadn't I? So, but that's you've got to be passionate. Let's see some passion with you guys. Can I feel your passion? Because if I can feel it, then it's going to work. But if you say it really dead flat, then it's a bit of a struggle.
Yeah.
The next one is, you're a kind of person who would buy, I know you buy high quality products. I'd love you to come to this unique Oriflame skincare. The range, it's from stem cells, plant stem cells. Come and try it. It's our best selling range, and I'd love to value your opinion. And, and get people to just come along and have fun.
Definitely.
There's another one here. We're in Oriflame organising a beauty party on Saturday. There'll be a little bit of makeup, but a lot of skincare. You'll meet lots of people. Come along, again, I've got tickets for 2, whatever. So I think, either of them, whatever. I know you as a person who maintains a healthy lifestyle and visit the gym, and I know you like what you eat, you're careful. I'd love to ask you to come to our wellness club, where you can find out more how to get more energy during your exercises, improve your skin and your hair and your nails, and simply look great and feel great. Just come on, I'm going, come along with me. Yeah. So that's it, really.
Yeah, so, it's a couple of role plays. How would you invite a school friend you've not seen for ages? Okay, or how about a 35-year-old woman who's interested in products? Or a 30-year-old, I've got my teeth in, a 30-year-old man who's recommended by a friend, yeah? Or an 18-year-old girl who's living next to you. How would you recommend those? Or how would you invite people to come to some of these meetings? Have a think.
Well, the first step you've got to do, Mike, which people miss out. They're going to panic when they think, oh, my God. The first thing is you've got to know a little bit about these people. Yeah. What's a school friend? You're not seen for ages. I wonder what she's up to. Did she like makeup at the time, or did she like, you know, what sort of things can you remember what she liked, and write it down.
Mm-hmm.
The 35-year-old woman who's interested in products, you know, write as much down about these people that you know. 30-year-old man who was recommended by a friend. Well, what did your friends say about him? You know, does he work? What does he do? Tell me a little bit about this guy. So when you phone him, you can say, actually, you know, your mate was telling me that you like this, or that you are working in a bank and that you want to earn more money. You know, whatever. And then the 18-year-old girl. None of us really are magicians. We
Yeah.
can't say anything if we don't know anything about the people. So find out about the people, and you find the rest will be easy.
Yeah,
Because
I
you're just going
remember.
to relate to what they're like.
Yeah, I remember a scenario once. I was working in a restaurant, and my old manager said to me, "Mike, you need to connect with people. Go and find out about your staff." And I actually found out that one of them was a duck farmer. Yeah,
Right. Yeah.
you know, he used to farm ducks, and I never knew that. Okay, but I started asking some questions, and if you get to know and you ask open-ended questions, you'll find out a lot about people and what they're interested in. And for me, I've always called it, go and do some, so whenever I say to some of my managers, go and do some duck farming, that means go and find out what you know about that person. Go make a connection with that person. Are they interested in the same things that you're interested in? Maybe you can do that kind of way, you know? So you're quite right, Jackie. It's about
Yeah.
writing
It's
things.
about finding out about those people, writing down what you know about them, and being genuinely interested in people, and then you can just relate it to it so easily. And do you know something, Mike? It never ceases to amaze me when you sort of let people start talking to you. You think, my God, that's just amazing. I never knew that, because you find out all these amazing things.
Yeah,
And I like doing that. It's a nice part.
cool. Okay, so
Okay.
we have some tools to inviting people. So if you're doing things on, you know, when we talk about creative out and about, other methods, okay, some of the things that you can do. Okay, so we have invitation cards, we've got flyers, we've got all sorts of things like that. And you can pick those up from our company. It's called Paper Managed. Okay, so if you go on the Oriflame website, you'll see a link there. Okay, when you go to order and then other, you'll see you can click on there, create yourself an account. You get all sorts of flyers, t-shirts, hats, you name it, it's all there for you. But
And that's called Paper Manage then, Mike, yeah?
yeah, Paper Managed. If you go papermanaged.co.uk/Oriflame, you go straight into the site. Or if you want the link from the Oriflame website, go in there. It's in order, other tools, okay? And you'll see it there, okay? The other things that you might want to do, and you definitely need to do it, get yourself one, okay, is a business OOM. OOM stands for Oriflame Opportunity Meeting. Okay, and basically what that is a flip chart. Okay, that's really, really easy. It's about what, A4 size, Jackie?
Yeah, yeah.
Put on its side, all
It is.
laminated, everything, and it tells you about the Oriflame opportunity. Okay, on one side it's got the picture to show the person. On the other side, it's got all the text that you need to say and read, or give you notes. Okay, and you just go through the OOM. Okay, and it tells you exactly. It tells you exactly what you need to say, and it helps you. If you don't want that, there's an app that you can download, or you can download the PowerPoint, whatever you find easiest. But I would always suggest getting the hard copy, and that's on the business aids leaflet. The same again, if you're into wellness or you want to do wellness, we have a wellness Oriflame, a wellness Oriflame opportunity meeting. Or if you want to start a wellness club, we've also got those. All that kind of stuff you can download, or not download, that you can go and order from them. And if you're doing, you know, a beauty event, if you're promoting a massive beauty event, you can go and get little cards. You can see on the left hand side, you know, it's the skincare consultation. You can go and print those out from paper money. They do all sorts of things, roller banners, you name it. So that's the kind of thing that's available out there for you. Okay. Anything you want to add there, Jackie?
Fab. No, I think that was all just absolutely fantastic. Yeah, fantastic. Good. Do not forget to ask the referral questions. That's me again. Do you know anyone who would like to see the new catalogue? It could be, couldn't it? Or might be looking for additional income. So really, this is just a reminder, just in case you didn't get the message about referrals. I'm sure you did, but don't forget to ask the referral questions.
definitely.
Okay.
Handling objections. I'm not sure if I want to come to an Oriflame opportunity meeting. I can't do it. I have no sales experience. I simply don't have time. What if nobody wants to buy? Those are some of the questions that you might get. But we use a technique called feel, felt, found. Yeah. So how could you use that? So I'm not sure if I want to come to an opportunity meeting. I felt the sound. I felt the same, but I went along anyway. And what I found was X, Y, or Z. Yeah. I can't do it. I have no sales experience. I used to feel the same. But what I found with the awesome training that Jackie gave me, I found that I could do it. Yeah. I simply don't have the time. I used to feel like that. But what I found, yeah, feel, felt, found. I'm not going to go into all that kind of stuff. But that's how you would. That's how you can handle objections. Feel, felt, found.
And actually, a busy person is the best person ever because they always manage to fit things in, don't they, Mike? You know, so a busy person, oh, it's effortless for them actually to do it. Once they start, it's just amazing. So they're the ones to try and get, aren't they, Mike? The busy people.
Definitely. The busier the person, the better the person. That's what I say.
Better, yeah, definitely.
Okay. Feel, felt, found. Okay. That's how you handle objections. Okay. So the next thing we're going to talk about is running the meeting. Okay. So you've asked somebody to come along to the meeting, okay, to an Oriflame opportunity meeting. So let's talk about running the meeting. Okay. And there are 4 types of meetings. Okay. So we've got the one-to-one meeting. Okay. We've got the in small groups. So maybe you're going to talk to a couple of people. You're doing a skincare session and online meetings. So we'll break that down. Okay. Jackie?
Yeah, okay. So the one-to-one, it's a 20-minute presentation, the OOM, and you can ask open questions and listen. Use the Oriflame opportunity folder or an app, which is like Mike said. Use examples, demonstrate some products, and wrap up with the closing speech. So really, it's fabulous. It's just a tool there, isn't it, Mike? Something to lean on. That also, I think, when people see it visually as well, they understand it more. So, you know, just go through the pages. It tells you exactly what to do, and you know, show some samples, some real product sizes, and wrap up with a closing speech, which would be, you know, oh, have a go. You know, you'll never know till you have a go. Is my motto.
Yeah.
Just have some fun and just join.
Yeah. So, you know, I totally recommend that if you haven't downloaded the Oriflame opportunity meeting, or if you haven't got a folder, or you haven't got the app, then do it now, because this is a core thing that you need to show people. Okay. And if you show them, you can't go wrong. It's got all the information that you need, you know, to hold a good Oriflame opportunity meeting. But just have some fun, relax about it. You don't need to read word for word. Okay, just go through it nice and easy. Okay, and the most important thing, you know, it says ask open-ended questions and listen. Okay, so Jackie, could you do with some extra money? Yeah.
Yes, I could. Yeah.
Okay.
I do. Yeah.
Okay. When are you available to work? Do you want to work now? Yeah. So she's, you know, ask open-ended questions. Okay.
Yeah. Don't ask questions where they're going to say yes or no, really, because then it's harder to move on, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay.
So you ask your open-ended questions, and so
yeah, you know, what are your dreams? What are your, you know, what you know, where are you going on holiday this year? You know, that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Have you got a car? That sort of thing. You know, do you drive, or are you learning to drive, or you know, ask them a little bit about themselves, and it all comes to you then. You know, all these little things you can say will come. Again, you haven't got to be a magician, but be genuinely interested in people, and the questions will be there.
Definitely. And if they're your mates to start off with, it's really easy. You
know them anyway, don't you? Yeah, of course you do.
You know, and that's where I would start. Start with your mates. You know, start with your friends. Start with your, you know, ask them. Okay. So an OOM in the small groups run by a leader. You want to take this one, Jackie?
Okay, yeah. Well, the easiest way to recruit, and your upline would do this for you as well, or really help you big time. A leader who knows the business is available. You also meet other people. What I like about the OOMs and that, you just do meet people that are interesting, and it becomes again quite an infectious meeting. And when you've got all that passion and people are all excited about products or earning money, you know, you'll begin doing it yourself then, and you become part of the leader's core team and start building your own team of consultants. So it really is, you know, it's fabulous just to have, that's why I'm saying to you guys that it's good to have local groups as well, because this actually does really enthuse you and it teaches you a lot. Like you were saying earlier, Mike, about the talking to people, it gets you into a bit of speaking, doesn't it?
Yeah, it does. You know, like I
You've
said,
got
when I was really nervous about standing up in front of people and started talking to people, but after, you know,
you feel really good. You want to do it again.
yeah, definitely, and someone told me if you can get thousands and thousands of people listening to what you're going to say, you've made it. But
Yeah.
it, but you start off small, okay? You maybe do one-on-one, then you do it to two
Yeah.
people, then you do it to three people, then you go to your leaders meetings, you know, and they might have three or four people, you know, and someone else might have three or four people, and they talking to 20 people, you know, and the
And the
great
thing is as well, Mike, you what you say to people, what they do, these people that come, then they say bring your mates, you know, and so everybody that comes the first time brings people for the second time, and that's how, you know, everybody wants to take mates. You tell everybody bring your mates with you, and that's how you get your numbers.
Yep, okay, so that's how it works. Skincare sessions. Now, we, as a company, we've been focusing on skincare sessions quite a bit. Okay, so skincare sessions are basically what we are doing is we are teaching people how to look after their skin. Okay, it's group selling, but also it's also a great way to find new recruits and also give people an individual service. Okay, and it's great for presenting, you know, the Oriflame skincare and the opportunity. Okay, it's a professional way to talk, you know, talk to your customers and find the right products for them. Because what you'll find is that people want to look after their skin, okay? And by talking to them about our products, they become enthusiastic about our products and want to learn more about the business. And you start saying things like, well, we offer discount. Have you thought about doing this yourself? Haven't you got a few mates? Did you want to do a few parties? You know, start having some fun. Anything you want to add
Because
there?
I think if you went to a little session, Mike, and you wanted to buy that pack, you know, the Novage pack, and you think, oh, I really would like that, and then somebody says, actually, you know, why don't you join? You get 30% off. You think, yeah, bring it on, but you also feel excited because you want to buy it, and you know the people that you know will also want to buy it.
Yeah.
So that's what I think is exciting about little skincare sessions.
Yeah, and you know, a skincare session doesn't have to be, you know, it could just be with two or three people. You know, it doesn't need to be like
Absolutely.
20 people. You know, a skincare session is just a, you know, going for a coffee and with a few mates after school. You know, you've done the school run. You know, let's go for a coffee. Let's do a bit of skincare session. You know,
Yeah, definitely.
easy way. Okay, skincare session. It helps you invite more. So this is basically going to take you through how to a quick kind of setup. So invite friends, set up the room table, use the skincare session flip chart. Now, if you haven't got one of those, it's because you haven't been on hero training. So if you want one of those, get yourself on the hero training, and the hero training will help you all about that. Okay. Next thing, present the skincare advanced performing brands and show the opportunity. Okay. Let the guests try the products themselves, solo recruit, and ask for referrals. Anything you want to add there, Jackie?
Well, I think the hero products when you go to the the Starfish Day, the Hero Day, is awesome. Get yourself booked into that. If you're not already booked in, get there because that will help you how to do a most amazing skincare session. And then, of course, what happens is when you do a little session for 2 or 3 or 4 people and somebody from there joins, they're going to learn how to do what you do. So whatever you do will get done and you will have the most amazing team because everybody in your team that you start building from a skincare session will sell skincare session, you know, skincare packs. So it really is most important that you get along to these hero product trainings and get yourself your flip chart, get yourself equipped to start your skincare sessions, and your recruiting that you do from that, you'll build a huge business.
Definitely.
Huge.
and profitable ones as well. Same again, online meetings. So you can invite people to. So for those people that want to do it through online, that's no problem at all. Okay, you can use Skype or WebEx for running. I would suggest that you use Skype. Okay, or send them the video. Okay, but once they've kind of watched the video, you need to follow on with the benefits. Okay, because it doesn't tell you about the benefits. Okay, and then invite people to we have webinars, myself and Jackie, every Monday, okay, on week 1, week 2 of the catalogue. So ask people to come along to the webinars, okay? We're here to help you guys. But, online meetings, just because it's online doesn't mean that you're not going to do an Oriflame opportunity meeting. I have to say this so many times, you've got to go through the Oriflame opportunity meeting, okay? Because it tells you and it teaches your new consultant, and it tells them a lot about the company. And a lot of people that I've seen just recruit online don't do an OOM, or don't show them the video, or don't show them the benefits. And all of a sudden you wonder why they haven't got any knowledge on anything, So if you're going to do online recruiting, OOM, Oriflame opportunity meeting, and then follow up with the benefits. Okay. Anything you want to add there, Jackie?
Well, I'll just say, guys, don't cut corners, because do you know something? There are no corners to cut.
Yeah.
If you want to get results, you just do have to do, the little steps that have been suggested to you, or you've trained on at a webinar or whatever. There's no shortcuts, so don't miss anything out, because it can be crucial to your new starts.
Yeah, and even if you've been given an orphan, do you know about Oriflame? Do you want me to take you through about Oriflame? Because you'd be surprised. Oh, I didn't know about the welcome program. Oh, I didn't know you got 30%. Oh, I didn't know about that. So there's lots of different hidden things that are in the that are in the OOM that you forget. Okay, but your new consultant that you've just recruited doesn't. So it's so important. Just because you're doing a meeting online, have to take them through the OOM. If you really want to, okay, an easy way around this on an OOM is go and do a recording of an OOM, okay, and put it up on YouTube. Then you can go back and do it that way, okay. But then once you've done that, go and ask questions, okay. So that's an easy way round, okay, if you're too scared to do it live. Okay. Anything you want to ask there, Jackie?
No, that's fine. That's fine.
Okay. So number 3, your role as a sponsor. Okay. So your role as a sponsor is to help your new consultants get started, support, train, motivate, and develop. Okay. So getting started. Got that slide, Jackie?
Again, when on this presenter, the OO presenter, there's a big page on the back with all the things that you need to be covering to get started. So it's all there for you, and you'll be able to, just in case you forgot anything or you're worried you forget something, it's all going to be there for you. And it's the most important 20 minutes of a consultant's career, because it's helping them to do the name band, it's a little bit of products, teaching them to show a catalogue, how to close an order. Like sometimes they might rave about products and then say, well, have a little look, see what you think, and leave them with a catalogue for 3 days when they just rave for 15 minutes about a product. So, it's helping them to close that little sale, helping them, the confidence, self-esteem, and their confidence will really grow when you start to give them little selling techniques and motivating them. And also, the one thing we do there is we ask the new person to choose 5 people from their list, and how to go and show those people the catalogue tomorrow. And I always say, tell me a little bit about your mum. What's your mum like? Whoever they're going to show the catalogue to, get them to talk to you about those people and what they like, and what products they might like. And also, most important, Mike, is what products does that new consultant like themselves? What is their order going to be? I think this is crucial, because if a new consultant looks through the catalogue and knows what they want, well, then let's get them to write it down, because whatever they want, whatever products they want to order, then they're friends are going to have the same, to be honest. You know, we always buy what our friends buy, don't we? So make sure you know what the new people, what do they like, what do they want, and help them do a list of for their first order, and you know, add things on and tell them about the £20 spend and the dream driver, all the things you can practice with themselves. So, and then they can just go, and the mum will want the same and the sister will want the same. Usually most people buy what they buy.
Yeah, and Jackie, you know something, the most important thing here, okay? Now, myself and Jackie, we spend a lot of time on creating you a webinar, okay? And how many people have watched that webinar? I hope a lot of people have watched that on here tonight. It's called Getting Started, helping your new person getting started to first order. So if you haven't watched it, I would go and watch it, because this is going to help you, okay? It's going to help you be successful. And if you follow the steps, you will be successful. If you don't follow the steps, you're cutting corners, and you won't. Yeah, that person might place an order, but will they get the? Will there be? You know, when I recruit somebody, when I sponsor somebody, I feel kind of personal. What's the word? Responsible for them, because I want them to succeed, because I want everybody to succeed. So if I'm not giving them my best, how can they give me their best? So
exactly,
you know. So kind of, it quickly takes you through, help them to build the first order that you were saying, Jackie. Help them to place their first order. Have they got catalogs? Which pack did they want?
Yeah.
Train on how to do a name bank. Yeah. Choose 5 names to show the catalog and 5 names to invite, to recruiting. Okay, to the next meetings. Agree on a date and a time for the next follow-up. Yeah, so all the kind of things.
And also what I do as well, Mike, sorry to interrupt there, but I also make another time when I'm going to phone him. I'll phone you tomorrow night to see how you got on with with those 5 people tomorrow. Is it okay? When are you available? It's 7 o'clock, and actually put in that time there and then, so they know when you're going to be calling to see how they're getting on.
Yeah.
And I think if they want to earn 200 quid a catalogue, maybe that's what they've said they want to earn to you, just keep saying, well, actually, I want to help you, and I'm going to phone you back because I want to help you earn that 200 quid. Yeah. So it's important for me to speak to you a lot at first to help you get the idea of how to do it.
Yeah.
So, book that next phone call in.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, if you've got somebody, a new person, you should be calling them all the time and helping them as much as possible. It's our role. Like I said, you've got to keep on contacting people and helping them, helping them to succeed. Okay.
Yeah, definitely.
So this is a quick kind of overview. Okay. The 3 contact system. Okay. Contact within 48 hours after getting them started. Okay. Answer any questions. Invite to step 1 training. When do we have step 1 training, Jackie?
We have it
on the
not next week. Yeah. It'll be actually 3 weeks today, won't it? Because it's alternate, step 1 and then 3 weeks later, step 2. So it's going to be 3 weeks today, isn't it, Mike?
It certainly is. And if those people are up in Manchester, I believe you're going to have some training tomorrow.
Tomorrow we are, yeah. Anybody that lives in Manchester, come along to our meeting. Text me to find out where it is. You'll be very welcome. We'd love to see you tomorrow night in Manchester.
Cool.
So, and also, some of the managers have actually got a recording of step 1 that we've already done, haven't they, Mike?
Yeah.
And you can actually, when somebody's at this stage where you've spoken to them a few times on the phone, you could actually send them that link and they can look at a step 1 while they're waiting for the step 1 that we're going to be doing, couldn't they, Mike?
Definitely. Okay, so that's how you would go. Okay, answer any questions. Invite to step 1 if it's like round the corner. If not, as Jackie said, send them the link on the YouTube. Get them to watch step 1 and then follow up with them. Okay.
It's no point watching it if you don't follow up.
Yeah. Contact 2. Okay, is that in the middle of the catalogue? Check to see how they're doing on the welcome program. I don't know about you, but I hate it when no one doesn't achieve the welcome program. These are free gifts for everybody. Everybody can.
Oh yeah.
Everybody can get these free gifts, So help your new consultant get their free gifts, okay? And a little bit of help for you. If you do that, you start collecting points. And if you start collecting points, you start going on holiday, okay, to Spain. So
Yay.
Okay?
Definitely.
Okay, remind people, remind people about the OM if we're going to do an OM. Okay, if there's a local one going on near you. Okay, and invite to step 2 training. Okay, same again. We have webinars every single Monday. So on the middle week of the catalogue, this is week 2. Okay, so 3 weeks today we'll be doing step 1, and then again step 2. All right, so that's how we do it. Contact 3. Okay. 3 to 5 days before the catalogue closes. Check the welcome program status, okay, and invite to the new catalogue launch. Now, myself and Jackie hold a catalogue launch, okay, every single catalogue on the Monday, the first Monday of the catalogue on the webinar, the same link as this link, okay. Please join because you'll find out about the new products, you'll find about any incentives.
The best buys, the savings, all sorts of fabulous things you'll find out, won't they?
Yep, and I have live meetings down in London. Okay, so you're more than welcome to come down if you're in London. I have those in South London. Okay, so you can come down to that. And Jackie has meetings in Birmingham area. Just check with Jackie.
Yeah.
Okay, so like we said, you have an online business and also an offline business if that's what you want. Okay, but I'd always say try offline. Okay, during the next catalog. Try and keep at least a contact once per catalogue. Okay, help to set up new goals and motivate others to achieve. Yeah, so there's always different.
Share your goals with people. Yeah. It's good to share your goals with people. Yeah.
Okay, invite to network events. Okay, recognize and start a core business of your own. All right, so these are kind of things. So if start to recognize your team. If someone's placed a large order, then don't tell them that they placed a large order. Phone them up, or if you're on the team wall, put it on the team wall. Mary did a fab order. Someone's just recruited their first one. Someone's just completed the welcome program. Someone's just been promoted. There's loads of different things. Everybody does a great job, and you need to tell everybody that they're doing a good job. So recognize your people, because if you look after them, they'll look after you. Okay?
Absolutely.
And start to build a core team. A core team is somebody that you're going to be working with all the time. People that you can rely on. Okay? So, anything you want to add there, Jackie?
No, I think you've said it all, Mike. Yeah, I think you've said it all. But I think training is learning to do the right things. And actually, Mike and I have got so many years' experience behind us, and we want to share all our experiences with you guys. So it's all about training and learning and doing things right. New catalogue launches, step 1 and step 2, inviting to the company leaders meetings and online training. So, that's what it's all about, training, so that people can do the role well and get these amazing results.
Cool. All right. So these are the kind of things that your new people that you recruit need to be doing. Okay. So they need to be coming to catalog launches. They need to be doing step 1 and step 2 training. Okay. And they need to be coming to any leaders events that we have. Okay. So Jackie, if Jackie's having a meeting up in Manchester, so come and support Jackie up in Manchester. Okay. I have it in London. So come and support me if you're in my team in London. Okay. And online trainings, it's easy online trainings. You just log on and listen. Okay, there should be
cool. Yeah.
Okay, like we said, recognize, been through it all really. Make the phone call, recognize the achievement, first order, first recruit, close step of the welcome program, new title. We've been through, I'll quickly jump through that. Okay. Jackie?
So yeah, start to build your own core team, which we've said. You're a member of one of your leaders' teams. Participate in Directors' Weekly Personal Group Meeting, attend Oriflame events together, and add to your consultants to this team and start to build up your own. I think we've really covered all of that, haven't we, Mike?
Yeah.
It's all about connecting with people and all this passion and excitement and enthusiasm.
Yeah,
that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Okay. So
this is good. Yeah, you do that one, Mike. Yeah.
Okay, successful leaders' advice. This is what I totally recommend. Okay, for you, talk to 3 new people per day. Okay, Jackie's favourite. Okay, and mine is starting to be mine. Ask for referrals. Okay, and invite people to your meetings and also our meetings. Okay, if you achieve results every week, 20 contacts, 5 guests, 1 recruit, you're doing a fab job. Yeah. Okay. Anything you want to add there, Jack?
No, I think that's cool. No, that's cool. Yeah.
Okay, so
Oh, I don't like this one, Mike. I think it's not good.
do
I
you
mean,
know?
from beginning to a district manager, it started in January. Look, oh my God, it's just taking them far too long.
Yeah,
I think you've got to do things short, sharp, and quick and excited.
yeah, definitely, I agree with that. I think that
That's too long. I don't like that slide. Rubbish, that one.
yeah, I personally think, I know that you don't like that slide. I think that, for someone to become a district manager on a part-time basis, okay, I reckon that you should do it by June, 6 catalogs.
I think, yeah, I think from the day you start, you should do it as fast as you can. 3, 4, 5 catalogs most.
Yeah,
From nothing to be a district, yeah,
yeah.
definitely.
Okay. So fulfill your dreams today. Yeah. Start benefiting. Be your own boss. Start making money immediately. Okay. Recruit others who want to build their dream lifestyle. We'll support you. I know Jackie will.
I will.
Yeah, success depends on three simple actions: show, invite to meetings, and attend meetings. Okay, so show the catalog, invite to OOMs, and attend meetings. Anything you want to add there, Jack?
No, no, I think that's it really. Thank you all, and we wish you loads of success with Oriflame. I just think, do some of the things we said tonight, but be enthusiastic, be passionate, be excited, and people will just want to join your team and be part of you. People always want to join successful people. So,
Definitely. Well, thanks again for tonight. Thank you very much for coming along, and I hope you found this very, very useful. Don't forget, not Thursday, next week, Thursday, we have the the company end of catalog webinar, and then on Monday,
yeah,
the following Monday, is our
catalog launch.
catalog launch. Same link, same place, same time, and we'll speak to you then.
Speak to you then. Yeah, bye for now.